That night, I was reading a comic book I had ordered in the mail. Mail orders were acceptable if approved by the school. When I heard a knock at my door, coming. Oh, Ritsuko-chan.
ごきげんよう。
Good evening. What's wrong?
昼間は本当に申し訳ありませんでした。
Huh? Oh, for your sister? Ritsuko-chan nodded. Oh, well, it's okay, really.
姉は確かによく妙なことをするのですが、ただ悪気はないんです。
Yeah, I know.
こんなきっかけではありますけれど、せっかくなので仲良くしていただけたらと思います。
Watching her act so timidly, I couldn't help but smile. Ritsuko-chan, you really do care about your sister. You came to cover for her.
フォローではありませんよ。尻拭いです。
I think those are the same thing.
だいぶ違うと思いますが、とにかく今回ばかりは姉も反省しているみたいですので。
With that, she gave me a stiff bow. Well, I wasn't really bothered by it. I get to make friends with a beautiful older woman, which is actually better. Ahahaha.
そうですか。
I said the same thing that Ayaka said before. Huh? Did I say something strange?
いえ、何も。
She smiled for once when suddenly I heard a cell phone vibrating.
失礼。姉さんからだわ。
She sounded surprised as she checked the phone. As she looked at the screen, she knitted her brows angrily. What is it?
いえ、まったく姉さんにも本当呆れたわ。下の根も乾かないうちに。
She bowed again with a sigh, then turned to leave. Strangely concerned, I tried to stop her. Excuse me, did Ayaka-san do something again?
つまらない嘘です。
Oh. She turned back to me, shoulders slumped.
一体どういうつもりなのか、私にもわからなくなってきました。
You can talk to me about it if you want. What did she say? Ritsuko-chan silently showed me the screen. The subject of the email was, "Help me." Eh? The body of the message seemed to be written hurriedly. It read, "Abducted by gangsters, do something." What the hell? Wow, that was... I mean, that does actually happen in the game. I do remember that, but like, that quick? Wow. This is... I felt an anxiety come over me that left my mouth dry, but Ritsuko-chan was unamused.
妙なところで細かいものです。わざと打ち間違いを装って見せたりして。
Intentionally? But was that really the case? Where is Ayaka-san right now? She wouldn't be outside, would she?
さあ。
Let's stop by her room just in case. Ritsuka-chan seemed dubious but didn't argue either as she started walking down the hall. She's not here.
いるすかもしれません。
You don't think... Does Ayaka-san ever leave the school grounds? Risa-san seemed to know of some ways to bypass security.
よくあります。姉の場合は気にせず出て行ってしまうのですが。
They let her?
無断で出入りしようとすれば、ガルディエンヌが詰め所から駆けつけてきます。でも姉は気にせず行ってしまうので、途中から母も校長先生も諦めてしまったようです。
Oh, so their mom is the headmistress. That's interesting. That's right. Ritsuko-chan and Ayaka-san are the headmistress's daughters. If she went out, there's a chance that this is true. I'm just worried about the gangsters apart. The gangsters part, sorry. Said apart, not part. Those goons I was worried about, I think they might still be abducting girls. Ritsuko-chan, did you hear Risa-san was almost abducted too?
そうだったんですか?
Yeah, so...
その話は初耳ですが、ただ報道部の新聞にその二人組のことは触れられていました。 その情報を踏まえてメールの文章に混ぜたと、そんな風に解釈もできます。
That's true, but it was still bothering me. Of course, Ritsuko-chan was her sister and she was probably right, but... Anyway, let's check with the Gardain. They won't talk to me if I go alone, but I'm sure they'll tell me if you're with me. Excuse me. Before she could answer, I was off down the hall. A moment later, I heard her footsteps trailing behind me.
Masaya 様
Yeah? I kept walking as she spoke.
なぜ姉の言うことを信じるんですか？今日騙されたことが分かったばかりだというのに。
Well, to be honest, I mean, even though she did all this, it was kind of playful and stuff. I doubt she would do something as serious as that, you know? I don't believe her 100%.
じゃあ
The possibility is there. If we go there and we find out she's lying, then we'll deal with that then. Ritsuko-chan asked the Gardain and they gave us the information freely. Apparently, Ayaka-san did leave school grounds around sundown. And she hadn't come back yet either. Now the question is, where is she? If the goons really had done something to her, then there would be no way of knowing where they took her.
一応分かることは分かりますが。
What really? Where is she?
今は分かりません。ただ携帯には GPS がついています。
Oh, sweet. Ah, that's right.
携帯の位置情報は校長先生に尋ねれば分かると思いますが。
Then let's go. You don't think she's gone home yet, do you? It was already dusk, but there were still lights streaming from a window in the school building.
普段から遅くまで残業しています。きっとまだ校長室にいるかと思います。
Okay, let's go. As we walked towards it, Ritsuko-chan frowned. Ritsuko-chan, do you really think I'm worrying too much?
いえ、私にも分からなくなってきました。ただ母に会いに行くかと思うとちょっと。
You don't get along. She turned her eyes to me with an uneasy expression.
あなたですよ。
Oh. What?
どんな理由であれ母があなたを歓迎してくれるとは思えませんので。
まったくバカバカしい。
That was the first thing she said upon hearing our explanation. Even as we spoke, I didn't get any sense that the headmistress was worried about her daughter. On the contrary, she didn't even try to hide the sour look on her face.
おこのぎまさやくん、君は知らないのです。まあ知らなくて当然ではありますが。
About that.
はっきり言ってあの子には虚言癖があります。あの子の嘘はもう聞き飽きました。くだらない虚言に振り回されるなどあまりに馬鹿げたことです。
A compulsive liar? I think that's taking it a bit too far.
君があの子の何を知っているというのです？
Well, that's true, but the impression I get from talking to her is that they're just harmless pranks, nothing malicious.
君の印象など聞いていません。まったくあれには困らされてしまいます。番宣始まって以来の不良だわ。
I wouldn't call her a delinquent. I had barely gotten the words out when the headmistress fixed me with a glare.
教師の言うことは聞かない。校則は守らない。そして勝手に外に出て行く。これが不良でなくて何が不良だというのですか？
But she isn't hurting anyone, is she?
え？
Something about my argument seemed to surprise her and her narrowed eyes widened. She did run me around a little bit, but she apologized afterwards. I don't think a delinquent would do that.
人は傷つかないとしてもバンセンヌの威信は傷ついていますよ。考えてもごらんなさい。あの子が下界に出て 何か不始末をしでかす。それは悪評としてそのまま我が校に跳ね返ってくるのです。まあ君のような部外者に何を言ったところで始まりませんが。
部外者って、マサヤ様は留学生だわ。
それが何だというの。まさかお前解放に共鳴してしまったのではないだろうね。
そういうわけではないけれど、ただ事実がそうだから。
それが何だというの。私は最後まで反対だったのだから。それをあの理事長が。
Excuse me. We still hadn't gotten to tell her the reason we had to come in the first place, and we really didn't have time to waste. We wanted to ask you a favor.
お願い？
Ritsuka, she mentioned that you could find out where people's cell phones are.
それが？
We were hoping you'd tell us where Ayaka-sama's is right now.
それを知ってどうしようというのです？
What do you mean? It's obvious. We'll go and check up on her. I was getting annoyed with her obliviousness, but as she spoke next, it seemed that she wasn't as oblivious as she seemed.
さっき私が言ったことをもう忘れたのですか？こんなものは虚言に決まっています。
We don't know that. I found myself raising my voice unconsciously. I strained to rein in my voice and continued. We don't know that for sure. It could still be true.
よりにもよってヤクザに誘拐されたなどと。あの子はこんなことを言うことで同情を引こうとしているんだわ。
母さん、言い過ぎだわ。
You just don't know. It's Suro Gaeko seems safe, but there really are gangsters there. Apologies if I mispronounced that.
それがあんなものどこにだっているでしょう。
But they're really dangerous. Risa-san said she was attacked by them once before.
リセが？それはいつの話です？私は聞いていませんよ。
Ah. Apparently that was something she was trying to keep on the down low. Anyway, putting that aside for now, we need to know where Ayaka-san is right now.
重大な校則違反ですよ。
Apologies if I was about to read that. Huh?
定められた期間を除き、学校の敷地を出るのは重大な校則違反であると言っているのです。校長である私の目の前で校則を破ろうというのなら、見過ごすことはできませんね。
I couldn't take it anymore. Who cares about school rules? There's no time to worry about that right now.
やっと本音が出ましたね。外部の人間はきっとそんなことを言うだろうと思っていました。
I was starting to get dizzy from frustration. There was something going on that was more important than rules, more important than anything. Why couldn't she see that? If you want to punish me, you can.
マサヤ様。
I'm an outsider after all, and as far as I'm concerned, Vincent's rules can fuck off. Jeez, that's the first time I ever hear a swear word. Wow.
まあ、汚い言葉を。
Please just tell me where Ayaka-san is.
私に自ら校則違反の手伝いをしろというのですか？
Don't you care about your daughter? I was getting desperate. Maybe she is lying, but there's also a possibility that she's in real trouble. You can punish me later if you want, but if I'm going to save her, I have to do it now.
母さん、マサヤ様の言う通りだわ。
Ritsuka-chan has been standing passively by my side, but now supporting me for the first time. The headmistress gave her a cold glare.
お前まで下界の空気に毒されてしまったようね。母さんは悲しいわ。
母さん。
Wow.
わかりました。
Okay, finally. The headmistress hit a few keys and some paper came out of the printer. You have to have a paper come out? Like, why not just have it shown on the computer screen. It's kind of weird.
私は信じたわけではありませんよ。
I took the paper silently. There was a location marked in color on the map. My house. This cross-shaped mark is where Ayaka-san is, right?
ええ、
Got it. I took the paper in my hand and turned to leave.
どうやって行くのです？バスは1時間に1本しか来ませんよ。
He's gonna walk it, right? There are bikes on the school ground, aren't there? I'll borrow one of them. Oh, okay, use the bike.
勝手になさい。
Please contact the Gardain. Tell them I'm going outside. You know, does she not know, like, if she's seen the map, like, if there was a location that's, like, far away outside the school, like, at his house, then doesn't that raise suspicion that she was kidnapped? Why is she so nonchalant about this? I don't know, it's kind of... I guess that's how she is, I guess. I left the room before she could respond. Or she probably just doesn't really give a shit about Ayaka, which is kind of sad in a way, you know, considering how bold she is compared to all the other girls, you know. As we ran, I asked another question. The headmistress and Ayaka-san really don't get along, do they? You know, the funny thing is it's 7:10 right now. My uncle hasn't texted me yet. I don't know if I should keep on going, at least until maybe the next section happens. It's like, I could play longer, obviously till an hour would be good, but like, I don't know, man. I'm kind of very cautious. I texted him when he comes back to text me, but I don't know if he might have forgotten, you know? But anyway, I'll keep on going. Ritsuka-chan nodded vaguely. I let Ritsuka-chan up to the entranceway, then turned around. You should stay here.
いえ、私も行きます。
What?
マサヤ様の話を聞いているうち、私も少し不安になってきましたから。
Ah, right. But will it be okay? They might let me go out, but I'm sure they'll stop you.
その時はその時です。とにかく行きましょう。
Right. There was something nice about seeing Ritsuka-chan assert herself. Excuse me, there were several cars in the parking lot and an unlocked bicycle. Just one. Ritsuka-chan, can you ride on the luggage rack? I quickly amended.
はい、うまく乗れるかどうかわかりませんが。
What do you mean?
失礼。荷台に乗るのは初めてなので。
She doesn't want to say that she's gonna ride, like, on the back. Okay, then just hold on tight. Just hold on to me tight.
わかりました。
The gate was already open by the time we reached it, but Gardain was standing protectively in front of it.
待ちなさい、停止。
Oh, what is it? The headmistress contacted you, didn't she?
私が報告を聞いているのはおこのぎまさや君だけだ。律子のことは聞いていない。
母が言い忘れたか失礼ですが、ガルディエンヌが聞き漏らしたのではないでしょうか。
え、まさか。
とにかくもう一度問い合わせてみてください。
待っていなさい。
今のうちです。
Haha. Right.
待ちなさい、待て。
The road led downhill, so it was faster going down. The Gardain's voice was behind us in an instant as we raced down the empty road at full speed. Oh boy, it's getting intense now.
たく、油断も隙間ありゃしねえ。痛えか？け、俺の方がもっと痛えんだ。
He pointed to his rapidly swelling cheek.
メールなんぞ出しやがるから。たく、器用な女だぜ。
They had only tied her up in a perfunctory fashion before. Now the cord bit tightly into her wrist. It was impossible for her to move. She scowled at the man. She had great confidence in her glare, but the man didn't seem moved in the slightest.
うまく銭がゲットできないんですけどね。
そうだな。早くこんなところは出て行きてえもんだ。
あれ親父、不動産屋の言ったことを本気にしてるんですか？
うるせえ、悪いか。
幽霊なんて絶対出ないですって。
これお前がやれ。操作がわからん。
へえ。
He tossed him the cell phone. Ayaka had been abducted right after she left the store on her way back to the bus stop. She was looking at what she had bought, thinking this will make Masaya-kun happy, and hadn't noticed the car approaching from behind. Then suddenly the car door opened. In the same moment, a hand lashed out, pulling Ayaka into the car in a split second. Then the car sped away. Nobody even noticed what had happened. Okay, now my uncle has texted me, so, hang on, let me just, go one. Her mouth was sealed with tape and her hands were bound behind her. She was finally starting to get scared. It didn't seem real at first, but the unpleasantness of the tape on her mouth and the pain of the bonds in her wrists were unquestionably real. The sight of the street lamp streaming past the car window only aggravated her fear. She had no idea where they were taking her. After finishing his work, the man who had bound Ayaka had moved from the back to the front passenger seat.
親父、変わりますか？
いやいい。おめえはガキを見張ってろ。
大丈夫ですって。ちゃんと縛りましたから。けどうまくいくといいんすけどね。あの野郎から絞った金も右から左に流れたようなもんだ。
Okay, so they kidnapped her for more ransom money, I guess. I mean, for more ransom money. Well, it's not really. Yeah, technically it is kind of ransom, like being a loan shark. So you know, forcing someone to give up a payment, either to save your life or save another one's life. But this is just for more ransom money.
だが、あれで借りた銭は清算できた。これからだ。
そうっすね。お、姉ちゃんよ。おめえその制服番宣ぬだな。あの学校はネカチもしかいねえって話だからな。
Oh god. The man had been in a rush, her bonds were loose. Ayaka slowly twisted her wrist around and escaped from the cord. After she sent the email, the slightest movement gave her away, and the boss sent his underling flying back into the back seat.
早く逃げた方がいいんじゃないかしら。
Okay, I'm gonna end it off here. So that's actually great. This was almost an hour, I would say, but it was just enough to basically, you know, for it to be at about an hour. So I can make 2 parts out of this. Anyway, so would you like to overwrite? Yes. So yeah, this went great. So apologies if I'm stopping at an intense moment, although it'll get more exciting from here, but of course I have to stop because, you know, now that my uncle is gonna show up at some point. But yeah, we'll continue on later, I would say. So yeah, look forward to more Princess Evangile videos, I would say. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time!